And inside the locker room, everyone trying to lock in, get mentally ready for another hard-fought NBA battle. Giving the gift of basketball here on this Christmas Eve. Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson with Grant Hill and Stan Van Gundy. And out on the sidelines is yr4. Now the opening lineup for Atlanta. Wendell Carter is out there with Giannis Antetokounmpo. Then there's Stephen Curry. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Hardy in at the shooting guard position. And for Sacramento, Tyrese Maxey is out there with Kobe Bryant. Then there's Cunningham. Then there's Jalen Wells. And it's Chamberlain in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. When it comes to these two teams, Grant, you have to expect they'll be relying on their front court to get it done here.
Yeah, I think that's right, B.A. It should be an old-fashioned battle amongst the bigs. And whoever gets the edge in that matchup, I think gets the W. But we'll see.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. On the take. Carter, a screen on Cunningham. Just 5 on the clock. Oh, Giannis dunks it home.
That's too easy for Antetokounmpo. This D's going to have to push him further from the basket.
Bryant, no good. Here's Hardy, covered by Bryant. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Shoots from 14. Oh, he missed it, making him 1 for 2 now. Here's Bryant inside. Porter's there, using his post moves to get the 2 points.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Step back and squared up. Antetokounmpo's got his second basket of the night.
I just love his approach coming into tonight. Focused and aggressive.
Pass to Maxey. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Carter.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's the shot he typically makes.
Here's Porter. Rebound by Sacramento. And they've been winning at a high level this season. Most games not even close. Their point differential is sky high.
Yeah, a lot of their games have been essentially over by the third quarter. Blowouts, big margins, really astonishing the dominance they displayed over the course of the season. I'm not sure we've ever seen a team so consistently dominant.
Here's Hardy. Sacramento getting their last shot to go. Pass to Curry. This one for 3. And Cunningham pulls it down. The Kings have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Here's Maxey. Antetokounmpo covering. They set the pick. Maxey passes to Chamberlain. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, yr4.
I had a chance to catch up with Doug Christie. We talked about their defensive game plan for Giannis, and he told me the best way to guard Giannis is to keep him out of the paint and force him to be a jump shooter. The only problem is no one's figured out how to do that consistently. Giannis always seems to find a way to impose his will. Brian?
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Now here's Curry. So versatile on offense, averaging around 23.5 points per contest. Antetokounmpo for 3. Chamberlain pulls it in. For Sacramento, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Pass to Cunningham. Porter against Maxey. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It'll go on Michael Porter.
And for a scorer like Maxey, the pump fake is such a good tool to have.
Sacramento shooting their first free throws here tonight. That free throw's good from Maxey.
You really can't understate the energy Maxey brings to his game. Not just effort level, but his attitude and how that spreads to his guys out there.
And Sacramento making a change here. Salon's checked in. Pritchard's checked in for Atlanta. Both free throws good from Maxey.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Pritchard, the pass to Carter. Sacramento grabs the miss. Now Maxey, an elite offensive player, averaging just over 33 a game. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Ooh, a high motor in close to the rim. Maxey finding a window and converting.
And the call will be against Peyton Pritchard. That's his first foul.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
So it's Sacramento now. It's a 6-point game. Oh, what a performance offensively.
They're really rolling at that end. Excellent game plan.
On the wing, Bryant launches it, bearing his second of 3 attempts.
They're really settling into a nice rhythm now, starting to gain the upper hand.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little bit.
Here's Antetokounmpo, a proven scorer in this league, averaging just over 25 a game.
And Antetokounmpo continues to hone his jumper. Those 2 points are the result of his hard work.
Now here's Maxey. And he throws it down with one hand.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. Hawks trail by 9. Outside Pritchard. Back to Antetokounmpo. There's a minute 54 left in the first quarter. Three-pointer Pritchard. And Bryant pulls it down. The Kings have got 6 of 8 shots to go. And here's Maxey outside. And from the field after that one, 3 for 4 now.
They played with fantastic energy from the opening tip.
Yeah, they've come out with more energy and effort, and that's reflected in the score.
Now here's Pritchard. No points so far. From behind the arc. Porter's shot is off. The Kings lead by 12. Here's Chamberlain. Right now he's contributing about 15.5 points a game. And he dunks it down.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
Now here's Pritchard. Looking at his production, close to 12 points a game.
A shoot-first guard who also is selfless. Curry continues to add to his resume.
And Bryant, here we go. Maxey against Carter. And slammed it home, and a foul! A chance at another point at the line. It'll go on Michael Porter. This will be his 3rd free throw of the game. Both teams deciding to change it up.
Second team foul. Shooting for Sacramento, Tyrese Maxey. Shooting.
And Atlanta with possession here. They trail by 14. Ellis, good.
Nice job by Ellis capitalizing inside.
Sacramento has gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Now here's Maxey. He's guarded by Ellis. On the wing, Brooks. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Christie. Nails it from beyond the arc. And the Kings lead by 15.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. Sacramento on top. They lead by 13. Don't go away. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a moment. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Kings?
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
Man, they're just having their way, bullying the other team in the painted area, imposing their will down there whenever they want.
On the floor for Atlanta, they've got Gigi Jackson. He's out there with Michael Porter Jr. Edie out there with Peyton Pritchard. And it's Knight in at the 2. Here's Knight, covered by Bryant. Porter from outside. And it's Sears with a rebound. The Kings lead by 15. They swipe it. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Michael Porter Jr. was the #1 prospect in his high school class, and he said, growing up, basketball was easy for me. It was like, say, going up an elevator. But after my injuries, it's like climbing the stairs. It's like I'm walking in my purpose through this. More than if everything had just been smooth. Guys?
Thank you, Allie. Here's Knight. And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. Christie with some nice D. Bryant. And then Bryant with the dunk.
Woo! B.A., that's lit.
Ferocious all the way. Man, that was good. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. With some changes. Cunningham comes in for Salon, and James is subbed in for Bryant. And a change for the Hawks. Hardy, he's checked in for Knight. Here's Hardy. No points yet. Pritchard with it. Pass to Hardy. Edie with a screen on James. The 3, Hardy nails it from 3. Well, Grant, as more and more teams look to get up and down, you think that lends itself to going deeper down the roster?
Oh, definitely, B.A. Also, with the G League and bigger coaching staffs enabling end-of-the-bench guys to get more reps, it helps them stay ready when their number is called.
And so here's Sacramento, following the three-pointer by Atlanta. Kicks it out to Cunningham. The 3! And Pritchard pulls it down. Hawks trail by 14. And the call will be against Peyton Pritchard. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Well, picking up his second foul, he can still be aggressive, but has to be smart about it.
Stephen Curry, he's checked in for Atlanta. And timeout called by Doug Christie. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Making a change here. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Curry against Maxey. And he bangs it home with one hand.
You know, Maxey's willing to play a secondary role, but he can also take charge when needed.
Hawks trail by 16. And here's Curry. Still no points. Pass to Edie. And out of bounds. Sacramento will have it. And Atlanta making a change here. Antetokounmpo's checked in.
Number 34, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Now here's Wells. He's been productive, averaging just over 7 points a game. They set the screen. James goes in. Pass to Chamberlain. Here's Wells. And Sacramento again with the bucket.
It's just excellent. executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. He has 6. On the wing, Porter fires the 3, and a great assist by Antetokounmpo, and that one goes in.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Stan, when you talk about Giannis Antetokounmpo, would you say he's one of the most unguardable players ever?
Well, BA's certainly got to be in the conversation. Besides maybe Wemby, we haven't seen anyone like Giannis when it comes to length and those long strides especially. Plus, he has that strength, too.
And Atlanta with possession here. Following the score by Sacramento, the 3 from Curry. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Oh, that's one fluid motion. Curry's shot is a thing of beauty.
It's Wells on the wing. Pass to Maxey. Now, here is James. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Curry against James. Antetokounmpo, left side. From down low, Chamberlain pulls it in. Chamberlain's got 4 rebounds now. Maxey passes to Chamberlain. Here's Wells. Drains the triple. Wells has got 5 points.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
Well, if you're just going to let them score inside at will, you might as well pack your bags.
Carter, he's checked in for Edie. 1:43 left to play in the second quarter. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Hardy. From outside the arc, 4-3, Stephen Curry.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Here is Sears. He's covered by Curry. Pass to Bryant. Jacks up a 3. And another Sacramento 3.
His efficiency has been a big factor in helping them capture this lead.
Here's Hardy. Carter, a screen on Bryant. Shot clock at 5. To the paint. Missed inside.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Outside Wells. Back to Bryant. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by the Hawks. For 3, Hardy. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Chamberlain's got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to Sears. Back to Bryant. Floats one. Takes the 3. Good! Without a second to spare.
Oh, you got to have some real nerve to hit that shot.
What poise, what focus. That's an impressive shot.
And so it's Sacramento ending the quarter with a 20-point edge. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
I'm joined now by Coach Quinn Snyder, and they were giving you some trouble in transition. How do you slow them down?
Well, I think we had a couple early where we were in good positions. We just didn't make the right read, and that's the biggest thing. But more than anything, whether it's a make or a miss or a turnover, we just got to really sprint back and be urgent.
The sense of urgency is key. Thanks, Coach.
All right, good stuff, Allie. And we'll get back to the action at the start of the third quarter.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shots. Drums, please.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insights on that first half, let's look ahead and check out the upcoming schedule.
Fairly easy stretch for them. Could even have some blowouts, allowing them to rest their stars a little bit.
That would be their best case scenario, but then again, best laid plans. And let's move on now to those first two quarters. Talk about a tough start for the Atlanta Hawks.
They're getting destroyed inside. I'm pretty sure even Kenny could get a layup on them right now.
Shaq, I'd get a layup on you every time. You know what I'm saying? Like, my pick and roll game was just phenomenal.
Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. Without question, Maxey displaying all his skills today.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Jalen Wells out there with Cunningham. Then there's Kobe Bryant. Then there's Maxey. And it's Chamberlain in at center. That's Doug Christie's 5 as we get into the second half.
Man, they're having a hard time. Defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Outside Porter. On the wing, Porter. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. Inside, here's Carter, and it's slammed in by Carter.
Plenty of muscle from Carter on that dunk. Wow.
The Kings lead by 21. And Grant, for everything else he's accomplished, Giannis hasn't quite mastered the three-point shot.
And you know, he hasn't had to, B.A. You want him inside, hitting on those high percentages, shutting down the lane defensively, and, of course, controlling the boards.
Atlanta's gone 5 of 12 from three-point range tonight. Curry surveys. Outside Porter. Pass to Carter. Now Antetokounmpo. Over Cunningham. Chamberlain pulls it in. Chamberlain's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this. Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else. Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier If they can't improve their defensive intensity, they got to show some fight.
Atlanta calls timeout. And Sacramento making a change here. And Atlanta with possession here. Here's Hardy. An important role in this offense, averaging around 12.5 per game. The three ball. The shot, no good.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
And Maxey, here we go. The rebound by Atlanta.
Their first miss after hitting 3 straight shots, but I like their aggressiveness coming out of the half.
Curry passes to Antetokounmpo. No good there.
And they need his offense right now, but his shot is just not falling.
And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Here's Hardy. Looking to end the run. Rebound by Sacramento. Salon, he's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Maxey. The Hawks have gone only 1 for 6 here in the second half. Outside Porter. There's the 3. Rebound by Sacramento. Salon, he's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Maxey. And there's the drive. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Maxey's got 18.
While Maxey is an elite shooter, Tyrese is at his best using his speed going downhill.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks. A lot of conversation in the NBA about expansion. Commissioner Adam Silver said there are clearly markets out there that are very interested and will run through a process. I'm looking forward to it. There's an enormous amount of interest out there. It's on the league to look at it holistically. Brian?
All right, Allie, appreciate the report.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Pass to Curry. 3-pointer. Oh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for 3. No doubt, Stephen Curry is the best shooter of all time. Talk about what makes him special, Grant.
Well, B.A., he can hit shots under the most difficult circumstances, off balance, with only a sliver of daylight. And this is why teams often choose to double him the moment he crosses half court.
Pritchard's checked in for the Hawks. And he sinks the second.
And Curry's focus at this point in his career is clear: to keep winning championships.
And he makes all 3. Timeout call, Sacramento. Sacramento has gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the third. With the drive, Sears. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
And taking a quick gander here at the hustle stats for Sacramento.
Well, look, you have to be able to count on energy and effort every night, and they're showing a lot of it with their transition buckets.
Well, they've also been impressive, forcing a ton of mistakes. Not only that, but converting those mistakes into points on the other end.
Now here's Pritchard. Porter, the pass to Carter. Good on the bucket. Carter's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, there's no question Carter can play strong inside. He has the build for it.
James goes in. Going inside. Here's Curry. It's deflected. And here we go, Sacramento on the fast break. And the fast break ends at the rim with a chance.
And since the halftime break, their offense has just been on another level.
Well, the coaching staff made some adjustments for the second half, and they've come out with focus and execution.
Antetokounmpo for three. Chamberlain pulls it in. Chamberlain's got 9 rebounds now. Pritchard against James. There's Nesmith with a three. He drops it from range. Nesmith's gotten himself on the board with a three there.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. 6 points for him. The Hawks need to get one up here. Three-pointer, Pritchard. And it's Sears with a rebound. The Kings have gotten 8 of 9 to fall. Terrific offense so far in this third quarter. It's James on the wing. Outside Christie. Sacramento passing it around. Sears. From outside, off the mark. Well, the Hawks shooting 36% for the game. Not great. Solon, he's checked in for the Kings. Atlanta also making some changes. Edey's checked in for Carter. Jackson comes in for Antetokounmpo. And it's Knight in for Stephen Curry. Porter gets the bucket.
Well, year in and year out, Porter is so consistent from three.
Drives to the hoop. Pass to Salah. Here is Sears. That one's good for 2.
Good decision making. Scopes the situation, puts the pass right on the mark.
There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Now Pritchard. High post Edey.
Sacramento foul. Salon. First personal foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
At the line for the Hawks. Edey taking 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one.
Well, with Zach Edey, it's about more than his 7'4" size. Skills will develop, his timing will improve, but he's already got the physical foundation of a great player.
Second personal foul.
And he'll take his third and fourth free throws of the night.
Shooting for Atlanta. Edey at the line for 2.
And that one falls for Edey. The Kings making a switch here. And that's good as he hits both shots. Outside Maxey. And the layup is good off the glass. Maxey's got 22 points.
Well, credit the screen there, stringing him loose for the finish.
And so it's Sacramento cruising into the next quarter with a 30-point advantage. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Yeah, well, this is the diversification of positions in this league. Everyone does everything now.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Fourth quarter, on the floor for the Hawks. They've got Zach Edey. Hardy is out there with Stephen Curry. Then it's G.G. Jackson, and it's Knight in at the small forward position. James deciding where to go with it. Stan, I have to ask, how important is it to have a big man in today's NBA?
That is a great question, B.A. And look, things have really changed. We went from big, strong guys in the league and centered our game around those guys to then people wanted to play small ball and be more skilled. But now what everybody's figured out is we can get that same skill from bigger guys. And bigger and better is better than smaller and better.
Sacramento shooting a sensational 78% from the field in this game.
There you go. He's a monster at the rim.
So athletic. Obviously, he plays on the attack. Brooks, he's checked in for James.
First team foul. In for your Kings, number 43, George Brooks.
Jackson, left side. And the dunk by Jackson.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. And it's a completely new group for the Kings. And that one falls for Jackson.
Staring at this deficit, they're trying to be more aggressive and get themselves to the line.
Maxey against Curry. Maxey passes to Chamberlain. Can't connect from short range.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
Pass to Edey. And the call will be against Jalen Wells. That's his first foul. And Grant, many of the newer rules have helped unlock offenses. Any need to help out the defense?
You know, I think the rules are fine, B.A. It's just about allowing defenders to do their job and limiting the cheap foul calls so they can stay on the floor.
Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Jackson.
Well, watch Carter Jr.'s control. He sets a solid screen and then shifts right to his spot.
And here's Maxey outside. The rebound by Edey. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Curry against Maxey. Back to Carter. Goes up and lays it in. Nice and easy.
I mean, he's doing all he can. He needs help out there.
Bryant outside. Pass to Maxey. The three is up. Yes, sir. And it's Bryant picking up the assist. Bryant's got 3 assists in the game.
Well, that's his first 3 here in the second half. Gotta think he'd like a few more of those.
Here's Hardy. Carter, the pass to Hardy. Edey. Great positioning on the putback.
Well, you know, it's funny, but young Zach Edey has already established himself as one of the best offensive rebounders in this league.
And then Bryant with the dunk.
Now, I know he makes it look easy, but it takes incredible physical tools to pull that off.
Athleticism and explosion. Thanks for that great view, courtesy of the AT&T Connected Cam. And so Curry will bring it up for the Hawks. Fires from deep. Out of bounds. It'll be Kings ball.
When you're losing, you can't afford to give the ball away.
Timeout call, Sacramento. Something the league has worked towards, seeing small market teams competing at a high level, Grant.
Yeah, this league isn't just for the big cities. Smart drafting and team development can make any organization elite. And of course, that's the beauty of it all.
For the Hawks, Giannis Antetokounmpo is checked in for Edey, and it's Porter Jr. in for Knight. A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter. Pass to Brooks. Here is Sears. He's covered by Curry. Brooks a screen. Here's Sears. The rebound by Carter. For Atlanta, they've gotten 5 of their 7 shots to fall in this final quarter. Antetokounmpo finds Porter, and the call will be against Jalen Wells. That'll be a second foul of the game. Well, you ask the older generation about load management. They'll bend your ear about back in the day, Grant.
Oh, yes, we will. But it's true that today's players average more distance covered per game, even if they're not walking uphill both ways. So you got to take that into account. Now
here's Wells. Grant, you look at some of the rule changes in recent years. Does it seem to you like coaches' challenges are here to stay?
You know, B.A., it does. And I think that's a good thing. You know, I can think of a few calls I would have liked to challenge in my day. So it's a nice option to have. Strong performance from him, but he may need to do even more if they're going to win this game.
Here's Maxey. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Maxey's got 11 in the second half.
Sometimes the D likes to get physical with Maxey, but he has no back down in him.
The three, Hardy. Hauled in by the Kings.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
They grab their own miss. It's good on the putback.
Ooh, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
Here's Antetokounmpo. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And it's slammed in by Carter.
What a pass right there by Antetokounmpo. Great to see a leader like him involve his teammates.
There's a screen. The teardrop. The rebound by Carter. Atlanta's got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the fourth.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Kings.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And they earned win number 9. Each win so important in this league. And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Tyrese Maxey.
Well, he was the reliable option for them on just about every possession. So dependable, always making the right decision.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hardy.
Yeah, what a disconnect. Sloppy play like that is something they can expect to come up in the film session.
Pass to Sears. It's stolen by Curry. To the middle. Here's Porter. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry.
They're on a little run right now, but I'm wondering, where was this energy earlier?
Yeah, it's so frustrating as a coach when it takes your team this long to get into a rhythm.
Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
Here's Hardy. Shot clock at 6. Good.
It's fun for us to sit back and watch him go to work. But that's our job, not the defense's. They left him too open on that play.
Puts the move on. Can't capitalize inside. So no problem for Sacramento as they get the win. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your fans. This team really showed what it's capable of.
And that about wraps it up. For Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson signing off. And now, time for our player of the game, Tyrese Maxey.
Good times, it's gonna be some good times. Man, we used to pull up and let them fight at that hood time. Remember I used to when it was about that. It had a walk up trip and she get that much time. I don't waste time. I don't have patience, baby. Didn't go fast, she speed racing. We go wild out to bedtime. She my boss like a grandson. Come here, play, I'm molested. I let her write me my suggestions. Pop quiz, it's a pop quiz. All my money coming clean, you can't pop this. She got that locked up like lost milk. Come to my lights like a reindeer. Me and Poppy on the same. My diamonds could never stand still. Where you going, can't come here. I'll always take you back for your.
Come over, good time, but a bad one. You say you want, give me something a long time. Me deal with this thing, rough something like crime. I make you sing this song.
Even in the summertime, me and Lil' Shawty cutter. I swear to God, I'ma tell you, dog got the struggle. Baby girl, sit it down, you not known like a usher. Yeah. I told her mama I don't like what my teeth do. I wanna control you like voodoo. I'm starting screaming freak on phone and doodloo. Every time I have a good time, do too.
Good time, eh? Come over, good time, but a bad one. You say you want, give me something long time. Me deal with this thing, rough something like crime. I make you sing this song.
The New York Times side, staying alive was no job, had second hands. Moms bounced on old men, so then we moved to Shaolin Land. A young youth, you're rocking the go-to, low goose. Only way I begin to G-York was loot. And let's start it like this, son, rolling with this one and that one, pulling out for fun. But it was just a dream for the teen who was a fiend. Started at 16 and running up in gates and doing by high stakes, making my way on fire skates. No question I was speed. The combination made my eyes. No question I would flow off and try to get the dough off. My life got no better. Same low sweater. Times is rough and tough like leather. Figured out I went the wrong route, so I got with a sick tight click and went all out. Catching from cross seas, rolling in MPVs. Every week we made 40 G. Yo, brothers, respect mine. I ain't gonna move from the gate now.
Cash rules everything around me. Green, get the money. Dollar bill, yo. Cash rules everything around me. Green, get the money. Dollar bill, yo.
It's been 22 long, hard years. I'm still struggling. Survival got me bugging, but I'm alive on arrival. I beat back the shape of the streets to stay awake to the ways of the world. Deep, a man with a dream, with plans to make cream was fail. I went to at the age of 15, a young buck who never had much, trying to get a clutch on what I could not touch. The court played me so now face pacing. No one upstates my destination. In back of a bus, 40
40 of us. Life as a shorty shouldn't be so rough. But as the world turned, I learned life was living in the world no different from a cell. Every day I escape from give and take.